I love finding areas of science where people just can't agree because we haven't figured it out. You've probably heard of junk DNA. I was just reading something interesting and thought I'd share. So this is the part of the genome where we don't know what it does. But you might not have heard that there's a big disagreement within biology about how much of the genome is truly useless. We're agreed on the fact that there's about only 1% of the genome that codes for proteins, but we know that out of the remainder, in recent decades, we found that there are uses, but there is a portion where we haven't found a purpose at all. And the estimates for how much this is differ wildly from the ENCODE project, which is kind of like a Wikipedia of the genome, saying that about 20% of the genome is useless, to what I'm reading by Professor Larry Moran from Toronto, who suggests that we could discard about 90% of our genome and really not notice much difference. And when you read pop science articles, that they'll quote different statistics, and I hadn't really appreciated how different the estimates are and how much people disagree. And Moran states that the belief that a lot of people have, and certainly you'll see this in articles, that we have discovered purposes for some of the junk DNA, so it's only a matter of time until we discover the rest. He says this is almost like a quasi-religious belief that there must be some kind of purpose to this, that almost like like a creator, like some sort of intelligent design, which obviously is kind of contradictory to a lot of people who champion this belief, particularly people like Richard Dawkins, and actually it could just be a completely messy just accident of evolution. And my friend Sabine Hossenfelder talks about being seduced by the beauty in physics, and I think biologists can sometimes fall into the same kind of trap. So I just thought this was really interesting and thought I would share. I learned about it originally and about Moran on the Genetics Unzipped podcast, which is excellent, and I would recommend it. I haven't really engaged in short form video in any real way, but I thought I would embrace the zero production value ethic. And I'm just sitting here reading. You can tell it's bedtime by the bags under my eyes. And I read and listen to so much interesting stuff, which I share with friends. And I just thought, this isn't probably stuff I'm going to use in a main video, but maybe you would find it interesting as well. So I'll just whack it on the second channel or on TikTok. Maybe it'll be like a way for me to take notes about interesting things I read. So let's see if I can keep it up.